recorded. I have videos recorded from all the way back from 2005 or no 2015, and I've always been a fool. I've always been like a fool trying. I always want to be sexier than I am, and I always think that there's some sort of greatness on the horizon. If I look at every single year of my life, I'm like, I'm working hard. There's gonna be this great. I'm gonna be great, and I never was great. And I'm just constantly doing all these cringy things and saying these cringy things. It's like my whole life is just like cringy, awkward, like there's sexual innuendos where there shouldn't be sexual innuendos, and there's like I'm like constantly on the verge of like collapsing and like freaking out, and I'm saying all these things that nobody else really understands. And then there's like little moments of like grace and little moments where somebody might think, oh, this guy is like not that crazy, but then I do something that just kind of sucks. And just it seems like really the only good thing, if I look back at the last like 6 years of my life, the only really good thing is those fucking heads. Like if I spend like a lot of time on a realistic head, I can make a head that a lot of people really like. And that's it. That's the only good thing. And I should really just do that. All of this ranting, all of this, I wish I was like a sexy guy. I wish I was a cool guy. I wish I was confident. I wish I could stand in front of a group of people and have everybody just love me for something. I wish I could do something that would result in getting sex. That's always my stupid shit. It's my stupid libido always fucks up everything, because I'm just like, fuck this art stuff. Let's just try to get laid. But if I would have just focused on heads, I don't know why. If I would have just focused entirely on heads and just modeled heads, maybe I could work at a game company and just be some nerdy head modeler guy. That's really what I should have done, because everything else just feels gross. And like all the other, like if I look back at all these videos, there's just all these other things that I did which were just kind of, they just go nowhere. They're just like, it's just weird. It's basically like vanity. It's like right now what I'm doing is just some weird vanity thing, or just like neuroses, just thinking about shit that nobody else would understand. But, you know, I just want to be good. I want to be like really good at something. And it sucks to not be able to be good at everything. Like I don't want to be like, I don't know. It sucks to think I can't do something, or like it would be really hard to just completely let go of working out, because I'd be like, I can't just be some like, but all of my working out has never really amounted to much. It's kind of like if I spend more, there's a lot of things that I spend time on that never pan out to anything, like all sorts of shit. I should have just stopped doing all those things. Really, like when I was 29, I should have just grown a beard, and when I was 25, I should have just grown a beard, done 3D modeling, and that's it. And if I just would have done that, if I could have gotten into some kind of job, I don't know, maybe then I just would have gotten a job. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. What the fuck? But it's just weird looking back on all these. I look back on all these videos, basically the last like 5 years of my life, and it's just a lot of like, just a lot of duds, just a lot of just days of just I don't know, puppet shows and making bad animations, and a lot of exercising, and a lot of ranting. I don't know what I was hoping to do with those ranting. It just kind of alleviates loneliness and makes me feel special and makes me feel like I'm an interesting guy. But it's all kind of awful. Like if I look back on me doing all this ranting, I think to myself, would I want to do it again? And I'm like, hell no. I should have just gotten into a job and stayed in a job. And I was working so inefficiently back then. It's kind of crazy. I was always doing it. I should have just kept my job. Back when I had a job, back in 2012, I should have just kept that job, and I should have just kept a girlfriend, and that was it. I think that's it. If you get a job and you get a girlfriend, just keep those and keep building at those. But if you don't, Jesus Christ, it's crazy how much shit I did. All of these are like, just like, that's like 4 hours of effort. Maybe it was more than that. I think this was like 6 hours. This is basically a whole day of my life just on something that nobody's gonna see, nobody cares, and I don't even think it adds to it. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I was preparing for some day that like never comes. It's just all this like low life shit. My whole life is just this like shitty. It's like everything I do is basically I feel like it's a reflection of my genetics. It's like my speeches, my drawings, all these things, they're just basically like, it's like kind of shitty. There's like bits of like, maybe it might be good, maybe there's potential for good. That's like my whole life. And like, oh, like maybe it's good, but no, it's not really that good. That's like my whole life. And these fucking puppet shows, what was I doing with these puppet shows?
I don't love you. Why not? Because you're ugly. Is that why I'm not you? Yep. Well, what if I wear some makeup and get real pretty for you? I still won't love you. What? Why not? Because you's a man. A man? That's right, you a man. You got a penis, you a man. Well, will you love me? Would you love me if I was a woman? Maybe I'd love you if you was a woman.
It's terrible. This is like terrible.
Maybe I'll become a woman for you. You can't become a woman. Why can't I become a woman? Because God didn't intend that. Well, God? God, can you hear me up there? Can't God hear you up there? What do you do when you're going crazy? God, I want to become a woman. Did you hear that? God said I can become a woman. Well, you still look like a man.
It's all foolishness. Everything I do all this jackass shit. I do all these stupid puppet shows because I think I have to like practice to like get good at something that I'm not naturally good at. But I don't think I ever really get good at that stuff. It seems like the only thing I'm ever really that good at, I was always good at. And so I should just do that. All this other practicing is kind of like silly. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's a refusal to accept what I'm naturally good at. And all of this like musing about like the nature of what does it all mean? What's my life about? All this reflecting on nonsense is all useless too. Really, I should just do 3D modeling all day. That's what I should do. But it's too awful. And I get bored and I get like, I want to talk. It's just, I have like a lot of like, I don't know. I wish I was great. I wish I was like really good, but you have to earn it. You have to earn some distinction. You just have to do good stuff. You can't just be like, I want to be great. I want people to like me. But my only really good thing is those heads. So I should just do those heads. Charlie looked so much skinnier back then. 6 years ago, my dog. Wow, he looks like a young dog. I really don't want my dog. I don't want my dog to get old. I don't want my dog to die. That might be obvious, but
Time. Wait. Hitter one or predator? Hitter one. Hitter one or predator?
this was my dream. My dream was I wanted to work at a game company in Nevada at these hangars, and I did it. I achieved my dream. It's like God said, "Okay, Sean, your life is over, but we'll give you a little taste of your dream." And so I got to work at this company for like 3 months or 4 months. And truthfully, it was horrible. It was a horrible. I hated all the people there. They were all these like dead asshole people who just sat at these island tables, and it was just awful. The company was cool, but basically, I mean, I was just sitting at a desk just like I am right now. But everybody there was just like these like lifeless, passive aggressive, nasty, snarky, nerdy people, and like the whole company was like that. Like everybody in the building was just awful, and so it really wasn't that good. What was good? What was good in life? I'm just reflecting on life. Do I have anything? I don't know. My stupid